Okay, peeps, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about how LTCN is absolutely ripping to the moon and give you all an update on Bitcoin, BCHG, and HZEN. Let's get it. So the first thing I want to pull up, which is the king crypto here, this is Bitcoin or Bitcorn, as some people call it in the community. I know it sounds kind of funny, but people do actually call it that. So anyways, with that being said, we are above the previous resistance turn support at 38,000. We're pretty well above it. We have not made it actually yet to that 48,000 that we were talking about target before on the pennant pattern. We'll just have to see if that plays out. But something I want to point out here, I'm sure you guys have noticed. So the price is moving up here, and it looks like we may potentially be about ready to break resistance, but also do notice that the RSI is moving down. This is not in full swing yet. It's still forming, but typically this is what's known as a bearish divergence. What does this mean? Well, in short, what it means is if the RSI or the MACD or both are going down and the price is going up, that indicates a weakening of the trend. And what that means is that the aggressiveness of the upside move on Bitcoin is slowing down, and there's a possibility of a reversal coming here shortly. We'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. Nothing's set in stone yet, but do understand that this is forming right now on the Bitcoin chart. Something else I wanted to point out, for those of you technical traders that watch this channel, you guys will probably notice that it looks like we are potentially in a ascending triangle pattern here on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. If we were to measure this out and just assume that basically in the next 6 days, this thing's going to have a breakout to the upside with this pattern. And we'll say that it happens this week. Again, can't guarantee it's going to be this week. It could be next week. It could be in a couple months. We really don't know. We'll just have to wait and watch. But this would further reiterate the 48,000 price target. So you can see almost exactly to the top of the wick is where the target would be. So roughly about $48,300. So that's Bitcoin. Would I say it's overbought? Yes, definitely. I would say it's definitely overbought. I mean, you have 8 weeks of green here in a row, plus like a sideways red week, plus 2 more green weeks. It's hard to say how much further this thing could go up, but do keep in mind the spot Bitcoin ETFs are on the horizon. It sounds, and we'll take a look at the news articles next week once we get closer to this thing, but it sounds like the SEC had a conference call with all of the Bitcoin spot applicants, including BlackRock, Fidelity, and the likes, all 12 or however many there are, on the same call, and they want everything to be finalized by the 29th of this month. So it looks and sounds like it is going to be official on the 10th of next month. We'll just have to wait and see. But with that being said, we're going to get now into LTCN, BCHG, and HZEN. So LTCN, you guys can see here that this thing has just, I mean, this is crazy. I've seen this kind of action in the crypto bull run myself, but to see it before the year of the halving is something else, because the first time that we ever got into crypto was in 2020. It was the year of the halving on the last cycle. We were not in 2018, 2019, which I wish we would have been, but is what it is. We're here now. So you can see this move is pretty massive. It basically ripped from 960 a share all the way up to 1360 a share. So you're talking a 44% increase in a single week. That's huge. We're currently up at 2x on this position. It's possible it may get a rejection here. We'll just have to wait and see, because you can see we have this resistance box here with all these candles kind of bobbing around in it previously back in 2021. I would say that we could get rejected anywhere in the zone. We'll just have to wait and see. And also the RSI is pretty heavily overbought right now. It's at an 85, which is pretty up there. Again, the way that this thing is traditionally designed, the RSI is that oversold maximum territory is 20%, which we have ours set at 3070, but the original is 2080. So 20 would be maximum downside, 80 would be maximum upside. You can see we're well over that. But I mean, are we going to take profit? That's the question. I'm thinking probably not, but we'll just have to wait and see what the spot Bitcoin ETFs hold. We're waiting for that. So BCHG is the next one. You guys can see out of this bull flag, we did have a breakout. It has not hit our target yet that we set for y'all, and that's basically 5.10 a share. There's no guarantee that it has to hit it, but if it does hit it, you can see it kind of lines up with these previous candle and wick tops here at this next resistance zone at 540 to roughly about 580 a share. There's no guarantee that it's going to hit it. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. Clearly, this last week was the breakout point, but it is not the actual peak. So we'll just move this over one and wait to see what happens this upcoming week. But you can see, once again, the RSI is overbought. We do not have any bearish divergence here, so that's something to keep in mind. And just so you all know, the grayscale funds are new for us. We don't really know if there's a close correlation yet between these and their underlying cryptos or these and Bitcoin. So that's something we'll keep an eye out on. If we see anything, we'll be sure to point it out to you guys. But for those of you that are in profit on BCHG, congratulations. If it gets rejected, we could be taking a look at potentially as much as a 42% drop, and I would say as little as a 32% drop. Again, we're still looking for that 250 to 280 a share entry price. Whether we're going to get it or not, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So this is HZEN. This is the Horizon Grayscale Trust. This is based on the ZEN token. So that's the Horizon token. And again, we've pointed out to you that this token did make new all-time highs on its second cycle. That's a good sign. So that's part of the reason why we bought the grayscale version. But with that being said, no bearish divergence. So the RSI is starting to poke its head into overbought territory. But again, this thing could go up to 80 before being really overbought. We have a conservative RSI here to 3070, basically to give us early warning signs of any potential overbought zones that we might be reaching before it actually gets overbought. So we have the bull flag here, or bullish pennant. Again, the target is all the way up here at 219. We're not even close to that yet. We're only at 175. It could get rejected anywhere in the zone. It could get rejected at 190 or up at 215. But if it does get above this area, which is possible, I mean, we do have a green candle close at, or it looks like perhaps maybe even slightly above the previous candle close. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. Yeah, it does actually look like it's slightly above it. So we would need to get a close above this box at roughly about $2. If we get above that, the next target would be somewhere between 250 to 290. And then above and beyond that, you're taking a look at 380 to roughly about 425 a share. So that's pretty substantial. That would put us personally up roughly about a 2.5x. So that'd be nice. I mean, it's looking pretty bullish, not really overbought, in my opinion. It's kind of still testing the EMAs, which is good. It means it might be getting ready to take off to the upside, like really have like an LTCN move here in a minute. Maybe next week, HZEN goes up like 50%. We'll just have to wait and see, but it looks pretty good so far. But again, we need to get above this resistance zone to keep going up. So anyways, with that being said, I mean, the grayscale funds are up massively. We'll just have to wait and see what happens in the next couple of weeks with the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.